What I first do, I always look at the eyebrows, and for me it's important to not change them too much, because most of my clients has nice hair. And I just want to make them a little bit more even, a little bit more fuller, more symmetric. So we are just going to draw a little bit to make them look even more perfect. So I make just a frame around the hair that I'm going to keep. So this looks natural, and it still looks like your eyebrows, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay. I start with 1 drop of this. And then I take 1 drop of orange. Start with the cocoa brown. So the thing I do is that I do the blading without color. And then it's also much easier to see what kind of pattern you make, because you make a small cut in the skin and you see the blood, and you don't get all the mess with the color and the blood. So when I start, I just see the small places where I made the cut, because you see the blood a little bit. It's not bleeding, but you see the small sores in the skin. And that's how I make the pattern. You see, it's not much blood, but you can see some places that the blood is coming. And I think always that the microblading is supposed to look really realistic, and hairs are not symmetric, hairs are not the same. So the reason why it looks realistic is also because they are a little bit messy in a way. It's not supposed to be too perfect. This is my opinion. Sometimes maybe just one stroke in the end. If I see that some places it's a little bit lighter and the color doesn't stick that much, I can do maybe one, but normally not. And it's more difficult to see what kind of pattern you want to make. So, but of course everybody has their own style, and some people like it really to see the lines like this. For me, I don't think this looks like hair. It looks more like hair. It's very nice on Instagram, but it's not realistic. And then I do like this, and she can sleep for 7 minutes. Okay, many people, they say that the problem is that the color will not stick on the blade, but when you use the performer, it will be more creamy, and the color sticks. So for me, this would be enough anyway if I would start. You don't need to have a lot of color on the blade. You can see already this side. You see the small lines under. So then we do the second round. Also with no color on the blade. So I will go then in between. Now I can see the ones that I already made. And I want to make it a little bit fuller, so I go in between the ones that I have. I think I want to make just 1 drop of ebony to make it a little bit darker. So then for the last round, let's check a little bit extra, a little bit down. And then I think this is the last session. It's always important to leave the spaces with the skin in between. And then when she's coming back for a refill, I put it up 4 weeks after. And sometimes it's almost nothing to do, and sometimes we see that, okay, maybe we can do a little bit darker, a little bit more closer with the strokes. But I always think it's important to leave the skin in between, so you see the skin. If not, it will just look like, it will get blurry. I always like to do a few minutes with the orange, because the color will always be a little bit cooler under the skin when it heals. Mm-hmm. I think it looks really nice on her. Blends nice.